What's up guys, Adam here with FED. Today we're going to be doing a Fire Emblem Music Tier List. It's as silly as it may sound. But we're going to separate into 4 different categories: bangers, bops, jams, and meh. So we're going to be basing a game's ranking on all of their music in the game, how well it fits with the game, and honestly just how much I like it. So this is all my opinion, and you can feel free to differ in the comments. That's kind of the point of these tier lists. It's just kind of throw my ideas out there and then get yours too. So let's do that. Oh, and by the way, disembodied head today. I'm wearing a blue shirt with a blue screen. I realize it's not the best idea, but hey, here we are. All right. So we're going to go in chronological order of the series release dates. So first we have Shadow Dragon. I think Shadow Dragon, certified jams. I think they are pretty good. NES sound chip is the NES sound chip, and by NES I should say Famicom sound chip. Honestly, the Famicom sound, they had like one more channel to work with than the NES did, which is interesting. So you'll actually go back and like listen to songs from Metroid or The Legend of Zelda or any other game really, and it'll sound fuller on the Famicom, on the Japanese version, than it does on the NES or the more national release. And the music in Fire Emblem 1 is good, but it's NES music, so it's hard for me to put it much higher than jams. Which, yeah, I'm gonna do the same with Gaiden. So I do like a lot of the songs in Gaiden. The final map theme is amazing. The overworld song for part 4 is also really good. I like that song. But again, NES chiptunes, I do love them personally, but there's so many amazing songs in the series that that have just better sound quality. And honestly, these games, when they got remade, their music got even better. Well, for the most part. So I think that's fair. So NES games are in jams. All right, Mystery of the Emblem, FE3, bops. Pretty good music here. I honestly, it's probably these 3 games that we already ranked are probably the games I have the least amount of experience with, but I've heard enough of the songs to feel comfortable putting it here. That's just kind of my general thought on it. I really can't even think of a theme outside of maybe the enemy battle theme, like when the enemy attacks you on enemy phase. I like that song a lot. Other than that, and in book 2, other than that, it's kind of whatever to me. It's like, okay, it's good, it's great, it's like I'll recognize that it's great music. All right, Genealogy of the Holy War. Similar, it's gonna go into bops. I really like the music in Genealogy of the Holy War, but I don't feel like there's enough really good pieces for me to put it in bangers. There's some, like, it doesn't help that map themes are, there's only 12 maps. Each one has a unique theme, I get it. But when they play for 3 hours straight, it gets a little tiresome. Especially in the case of, like Chapter 1 in Verdain. That song gets to me after a while. Chapter 4, that song gets to me after a while too. Like, I like it at first, but it gets to me. It's like stops being fun to listen to. I just wish there were more situations in between to play more music. So there are some really great songs. Like when you meet Deirdre for the first time, I love I can't even remember what that song's called, but it has like the SNES voices. Like they have like the fake the synthesized voice sounds. I love those in the Super Nintendo game, and they use them really well there. And there's a lot of other good songs too. So, but again, I think it's just held back by the amount of songs you hear in a given play session. All right, this one might be a little biased, but Thracia 776 is going to go into bangers. Thracia 776 has 2 of my favorite songs in the entire series. I'm trying to remember the names of them because they're kind of weird. It's like August Talks B, and then Battlefield. I'll play them. I'll play them in the video. But I love these songs. They're so good. They fit the game so well. They fit the atmosphere of the scene. That's something that Thracia does really good with its music too is it fits thematically and it fits the tone that any given moment is going for. Like if a unit dies, the music changes to this like really ominous, like, oh crap, we messed up. Like this is actually a dire situation kind of music, and it's just so good. And there's hopeful tracks too that work well when Leaf is like, you know, he's like, yeah, let's freaking do this. Let's charge on. The map theme gets a little like more, I want to say dutiful. It gets like really upbeat and purposeful, and I love it. Okay. This might make some people upset, but I'm going to throw Binding Blade in meh tier. I don't like the music in Binding Blade. All the map themes, I don't like them. I'll just say it outright. I don't like the map themes. The battle song, the battle theme is actually pretty fun to listen to. I think it's actually pretty cool. One of the better ones in the series. I just wish you could listen to it for longer than 3 seconds at a time. But yeah, I don't like the music in Binding Blade. I just don't. Alright, Blazing Sword. There you go. I'm going to put it on the bottom of jams. The GBA really just suffered from bad music in general, from every game, just because it just had a bad sound. I don't know the specifics of it or how it actually works. I couldn't tell you. I'm not an expert on it, but I just know that for whatever reason, the hardware itself didn't have the best musical capability. So all the songs just sound kind of funny. There are some good ones, but for the most part, you know what? Let's put it at the bottom of the box. Just kidding. Sorry, the longer I sat here and thought about it, there was more songs that I'm like, yeah, that's a good song. So yeah, we'll put it in bops. I like the soundtrack, I guess, but I think it's held back by the GBA. Same thing can be said for Sacred Stones, except I like it less. So we'll put it at the top of jams. Good music. If it were on a better system, probably. But overall, it just, I don't know. Not my jam. Okay, so now we are to all the games that I know really, really well. Like I've played every game in the series, but I don't know FE 1 through 3 like at all, and FE 6 through 8 I don't know very well either. I've played them all. I've played them all through, but not the biggest fan of them, so I don't play them very often. All right, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It's gonna go in the top of Bob's. It has a bad battle theme. I don't like it. I don't like, especially the second battle theme. It's what's that called? Like Decisive Battle or something, or whatever. That's not good. I don't think they're very good songs. I don't think they fit very well. I do like the boss theme, the first one, and the one when you're fighting like you fight Enna and you get the song, or you fight like Patrine or Bryce or another big boss battle. That one might be Decisive Battle. I can't remember the names, but again, I will play them in the video probably. So yeah, I really like that song. And the Path of Radiance overall is just like has really great map music. It's like chill almost. It feels like a strategy game's music rather than what we get in these more recent games that are really like fast paced and they're really driving the narrative forward, really driving the game forward. Path of Radiance really I might have been one of the last games in the series to really latch onto the idea of, hey, let's have a chill time playing Fire Emblem because that's what we're doing. We're playing a strategy game. Just let's hang out, you know? And it does a good job of that. So Bob's. All right, Radiant Dawn. Banger alert. So many good songs in Radiant Dawn. The Dawn Brigade battle theme, one of my favorites in the series. The Grail Mercenary battle theme, also really, really good. The final endgame tower, all those maps, the first 4, really great song. And the final map is also just beautiful music. Really fits the tone of what's going on. Like, yeah, you're like, spoiler, whatever. You're literally fighting God, and it's really good. It's really good music. And then there's just like, the more quieter moments, like there's still good music for that. Like Peleus's theme is great. I really like the Goldoa theme, the dragon theme. Oh, and the way they remixed that Goldoa theme into Digensia's boss music. Oh, so good. That might be some of the best boss music in the series. And he's a really cool boss too, that helps. But man, that song is just so good. It's bumping, man. It's good. It's good. You really feel for the situation. But yeah, Radiant Dawn, great music. Some of the best. Also, some really great sound design. I love how everything sounds in Radiant Dawn. Whether it's a hit or a crit sound beautiful. I love the little, like, hopefully I'll play the sound effect. I love the little chime. It's not even a chime. It's like, I can't even describe it. But when a skill activates or a crit activates, there's this noise that goes off the sound effect. And it is just, like, perfect. I want more of that. But yeah, the sound design in Radiant Dawn is just so good. I love it. Okay, Shadow Dragon. Definitely better than the original. And definitely better than the original in the NES, other NES games, but still lackluster. Not my jam. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put New Mystery up here just in front of its counterpart there. Both have good music, but I think they're both just a little uninspired. They're remakes, and they're faithful remakes, but the music is, I don't know. I don't like how they translated it into a more instrumental feel. Not that they shouldn't have done that, but I just not a big fan of it. Didn't sound great to me. All right, Fire Emblem Awakening. Yeah, it's bangers. I love all the 3DS games a lot. Awakening is, after I played Path of Radiance first. Played FE7 first, never beat it, and didn't beat it. Then I played FE9 all the way through FE10. Then I went back to FE7, played FE6, then FE8, which FE8 was disappointing for me. Not gonna lie, I didn't have a lot of fun. But then I played Genealogy. But then from there, the next big release that I really was excited about was Fire Emblem Awakening. Fire Emblem Awakening blew me away as a kid. I loved it to death. I still love it. I put hundreds of hours into it, and such a good game. And part of what kept me coming back was its soundtrack. Overall, Fire Emblem Awakening has just it really is. You can kind of feel it though. It's the shift in music for the series. It's a shift from the more. It's the beginning of a shift. It's a transition from the more traditional music we hear in Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, and Radiant Dawn, that give us these map themes that are relaxing and relaxing lo-fi hip-hop to strategize and play Fire Emblem to. But just these map themes that aren't over the top and in your face. They're very subdued. This is background music, not this crazy awesome music you're supposed to be jamming out to. But Awakening did a really good job of it. I really love and I'm glad they still do it. Wish they did it to a greater extent like they did it in Awakening. But they have the map theme, and then when you go into battle, it changes to a more intense version, or a more. It changes the instruments and adds sometimes a lot of more percussive elements or whatever else to make it more intense sounding for battle, but it's still the same core song, and that's really cool that they do that. Okay, so the Fates games, I'm actually going to rank them differently because I like some of them better than others. I do think it warrants different tiers personally. Birthright, I'm going to put in bops. My favorite song is A Light Storm. A Light is a great song, but other than that, there's nothing that really catches my fancy. Justice Rip in Peace is good. Rip in Peace. Rest in Peace, or Justice Rip, or whatever it's called, is a good map theme as well. But overall, Birthright I found more disappointing than Conquest. I really like the recruitment theme in Conquest. starting in Awakening, there's this shift from having, when you recruit a unit, to being music that's really good, or just like really like upbeat and quick and fast, and it's this really exciting moment. Birthright was almost like, well, Awakening was the start of it being a more subdued tone. Like it's still triumphant, but it isn't as upbeat and exciting. And Birthright really continued that, but I think Conquest really brought it home to the idea of, oh, we're recruiting someone, well, this song is gonna be super awesome and you're gonna be excited about it. The music does a good job of conveying that feeling to the player for that moment. And then again, similar things to Awakening, just really good map music, and then it gets more intense when you zoom in. And I think Revelation, the Revelation exclusive songs also add to that. I think they're really good. All right. Also going into bangers. Fire Emblem Echoes. Fire Emblem Echoes is it's a remake of Gaiden, but it takes the songs from Gaiden and makes them what they're supposed to be. Like, they're so good. It literally takes them and makes them what they're supposed to be. I also really enjoy the addition of the second song in Alms Route. What's that called? Like, what lies at the end? That song is so good, so motivating to like push forward, and it fills the player with like a sense of finality. It fills the player with a sense like, yeah, this is going to end soon, and we need to prepare and be ready for it. It does a really good job of that, and just all the music is good. There isn't a bad song in Echoes. There isn't a song that I'm like, oh, please just be over. They're all good. All right, finally, Fire Emblem Three Houses has to go in bangers, but I'm gonna put it at the bottom of bangers. I do think that it has better music overall than the ones in bops, but I do think it has better music than the other songs and other games and bops overall. But as far as bangers go, it has a lot of them, but it also has some song, like, that's the thing. It's such a weird dichotomy. There's some that are so good. Like, there's some songs in, especially with this DLC update, Shackled Wolves, At What Cost, just such good songs. And then there's other ones. Chasing Daybreak is great. Blue Skies in a Battle, Beyond Heaven and Earth, whatever it's called. Really great songs. But then there's like Fodlan Winds, which I think I'm just soured to it because I heard it so much, but it's still good. And just some of the just like talking, like when people are just talking to each other, those scenes, some of the music is kind of boring and I don't really care for. But I think the other songs that are so good make up for it and allow it to be in the upper echelon, the top tier of music for me. But that's just my opinion. That's all the games in the series. That's what I think. Let me know in the comments what you think. What are your favorite games as far as music go in the series? And what would you change to the tier list? What would you move up? What would you move down? Maybe tell us some of your favorite songs. I would love to hear your thoughts and love to make this a discussion because that's kind of that was the whole basis of my channel. But yeah, it's just great stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. And everyone, please like the video. It helps with visibility. And check out the Patreon if you haven't. Link in the description to that one. If you could just help support the channel, keep the lights on here at FED, be much appreciated. And yeah, again, thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys.